Hi guys, this is C. A. Balakrishna from Lecturepedia.in. How are you? Hope you people are doing well. Even I am fantastic. In the today's video, we'll be discussing MCQ paper of May 2025 CA audit final. Okay. Now, if you see this paper, it was a quite lengthy and a toughest paper. This thing I have already told you in the paper review video that I have made. However, the MCQ answers I haven't discussed in that video because still you were writing your examinations at that time. So I don't wanted to disturb you people with the answers of the MCQs. So since you have completed all your examinations now, I am putting up this video for you to verify the answers that you have given in the examination. Okay, so without any delay, let us quickly solve this paper. See, basically here in the case scenario based MCQs, I will not be reading the entire case scenario. I will be going MCQ by MCQ. Wherever there is necessary, I will explain you the context of case scenario. Okay, since you have already read this paper in the examination, you'd be having idea of case scenario, right? Yes, just a second. Yeah, so starting with the first MCQ in case scenario number 1. Measures GDP associates are concerned with SA 620, that is using the work of other auditor, which deals with the auditor's responsibilities regarding use of external IT expert when that work is used to assist the auditor in evaluating cyber security framework. See, in the case study, auditor is using an external expert who is IT expert, external IT expert. Now, with this respect, which of the following is incorrect option in relation to agreement with the auditor's expert? Now, when you are using a expert, you will enter into an agreement. Now, of the following four options, which will not be or which is incorrect option with respect to agreement with the expert? Let us see. First option, they are saying ensure that nature, scope, objective of expert work are agreed upon in writing. Yes, this should be agreed upon in writing. So this is part of the agreement. So this is not the answer that we want because they are asking incorrect option. If you see in this MCQ paper, in lot of question they have asked incorrect answers. Okay, so A is correct answer, it is not incorrect. Next, when the work of auditor's expert relates to auditor's conclusion regarding significant risk, then only a formal written report at conclusion of the expert work may be appropriate, while oral reports as a work progress are not required. This is wrong. Okay, this is the incorrect option because see, if the expert's work relates to significant risk, then apart from giving final written report, the expert should communicate to the auditor during the audit. Okay, there should be oral communications. Here it is saying no oral communications are required. So option B is the answer first for first MCQ, which is incorrect option. Okay, next, second MCQ. Considering the factors influencing audit procedures for opening balances, which of the following is most appropriate course of action under relevant standard on auditing? Right, with respect to opening balances, which of the following procedure is most appropriate, they are asking. Let us see. Evaluate the effect of matter giving rise to modification in the predecessor auditors, that is Messrs. JK Associates. Basically, in the case study, what happens is Messrs. JK Associates is a predecessor auditor. He has given modified opinion in his audit report. Now, the auditor of current period, he should consider the effect of such modified opinion on the current period financial statements also. Right. So this is a appropriate option. Messrs. JK Associates report with respect to current period's financial statement. Option A is correct. This is a correct procedure. And remaining procedures, they are saying perform audit procedures in prior period. No, you need not perform audit procedures in the prior period, you perform audit procedures in the current period only. Assume opening balances as immaterial. No, you cannot assume opening balances as immaterial. Accept the accounting policies applied in the opening balances. How will you accept the accounting balances applied in the opening balances? Solely based on management assertion. No, you cannot accept the accounting policy solely based on management assertion. So all these three options are wrong. Option A is correct. Next, based on SA 530 sampling, which of the following is most appropriate response for the auditor in handling these situations while performing sampling test and procedures? Let us see. With respect to SA 530, we need to select the appropriate option from the below given four options. In case when the auditor considers misstatement or deviation discovered in a sample to be anomaly. Anomaly means the misstatement is present only in this item. Okay, this type of misstatement will not be present anywhere else. Then you will call that item as anomaly. Now, if auditor discovers that misstatement is an anomaly, auditor shall obtain high degree of certainty that such misstatement or deviation is representative of population. No, this is wrong. He needs to obtain high degree of certainty that such misstatement or deviation is not representative of population. Okay, they have missed the term not. So this is not the correct option. Next, if the audit procedure is not applicable to a selected item, then the auditor shall perform only the alternative procedure but not on a replacement item. This is also wrong. See, if on a selected item audit procedure is not applicable, then you have to perform this audit procedure on a replacement item. Okay, but they are saying you should perform only alternative procedure but not on a replacement item. This is wrong option as per SA 530. Next, rely solely on the results of sample and assume that any deviation identified or immaterial to the population. No, you cannot rely solely on the sample. Next, if auditor is unable to apply designed audit procedure or suitable alternate procedure to a selected item, the auditor shall treat that item as misstatement in case of test of details. Yes, this is the correct option. If you are not able to apply selected audit procedure on a particular item, you need to treat that item as misstatement. In case of test of details and in case of test of controls, you have to treat it as deviation, right? So option D is the correct option. Next, which of the following is the most appropriate for Mrs. GDP Associates in response to the events that occurred when performing external confirmation procedures to obtain relevant and reliable audit evidence in accordance with relevant standards and audit? Let us see. See, with respect to external confirmation, you need to identify appropriate option, not the incorrect option, the correct option. See, first one, confirming parties also may be more likely to respond indicating their disagreement with a confirmation request when the information in the request is in their favor. No, confirmation party is more likely to respond if the information in the request is not in their favor. So this is not the correct option. Next, the failure to receive a response to a negative confirmation request explicitly indicate receipt of intended confirming party. No, it will implicitly indicate. Okay, so this is also not the correct option. Next, non-response for a negative confirmation doesn't mean that there is some misstatement, as negative confirmation request itself is to respond to the auditor only if confirming party disagrees with the information provided in the request. Yes, this is the definition of the negative confirmation request. So option C is correct option. Next, fifth MCQ. Mrs. DG and Co. is a firm of chartered accountants consisting of two partners, CAD, CAG. The firm operates in main office in Delhi and has established branch office in Gurgaon and Shimla. Okay, branch offices are in Gurgaon and Shimla. Mrs. DG and Co. had applied for exemption with respect to Shimla office due to its hill area location. the permission was granted to them, allowing a temporary office in Chandigarh. This is with respect to maintenance of branch offices as per professional ethics during the winter months. Now, the temporary office in Chandigarh displayed its name board year round and used address on the firm stationery, which is wrong. Now, you are required to identify correct conditions from the following. See, with respect to maintenance of a branch offices, which are the correct options? Let us see. Measures DG and Co should be allowed to open temporary office in Chandigarh for a limited period not exceeding 3 months. Yes, this is the correct option. Next, Shimla office should be closed during the winter months and all correspondence should be made at Chandigarh office only. No, when you have opened the Chandigarh office, you can also keep Shimla office open only. So this is wrong. Next, the name board of the firm in Chandigarh office should not be displayed at times other than periods such office is permitted to function. Yes, this is correct. Next, Chandigarh office should not be mentioned in the letterheads, visiting cards, or any other documents as place of business. Yes, this is also correct. You should mention only Shimla office. Before commencement of every winter, it shall be obligatory on the firm to inform the institute's opening the Chandigarh office from a particular date, and after the office is closed at the expiry of the period of permission, an intimation to that effect should be sent. Yes, this is also correct. So the correct options are 1, 3, 4, 5. So if you can see over here, 1, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Option A, 1, 3, 4, 5. These are correct. Next, sixth MCQ. Secure Bank Limited, a mid-sized financial institution, prides itself on offering secure digital banking services. Okay. And in this bank, the following four incidents have occurred, and of the four incidents, you need to identify which incident will be known as ransomware attack. Let us see. Incident 1. An employee of Secure Bank received an email from what appeared to be a reputable software vendor offering a free system optimization tool, believing it to be legitimate. The employee downloaded and installed the tool. However, it was cyber attack. This is Trojan attack, right? Appearing to be a legitimate tool, right? So, but it is a malware. So, it is Trojan. Next, the attackers leveraged to target employees' smartphone. This malware was introduced through phishing SMS. Obviously, this is a smishing attack, right? The question itself says next. Attackers executed a malware on the bank's system by exploiting legitimate tools such as PowerShell and Windows Management Institution. This is fileless malware, right? By utilizing the existing tools you will perform. Next, fourth instance, a critical server was encrypted by cyber attack, disrupting operations for 3 days. This encrypted all critical financial data, rendering the system inoperable. Okay. Investigations revealed that the attack originated from a phishing email sent to an employee. The email contained a link that exploited unpatched vulnerability in server. Basically, if you see, till here, from this to this is the first part of ransomware attack, right? Wherein the entity's system will be encrypted. The second part would be the attacker would contact the entity asking for some ransom. That second part is missing here. So even the incident 4 is also not a ransomware attack, because in question there is nowhere mentioned that a attackers has requested for ransom, right? So from the four options that are given, nothing is a ransomware attack. But if you observe, the fourth option is somewhat nearer to ransomware attack. So from the four options, incident 4 can be called as a ransomware attack. But even the fourth, the incident 4, it is not clearly mentioned. Okay, even the second part of the attack should be mentioned in the question. The question is not clear here. But as far as the available information, incident 4 is nearer to the ransomware attack. Okay. Next. Okay, seventh question. Let us read this question. Uranus Private Limited, partially owned subsidiary of Saturn Limited, a manufacturing company, has been operating as unlisted company. Okay, Uranus is a unlisted company, and Saturn is a holding company of Uranus Limited. Okay, now in the question, what happens is Uranus Limited will send intimation to all its shareholders that we don't want it to prepare the consolidated financial statements, and all the shareholders, they will agree for that information, for that decision. And Uranus Limited is not a listed entity, and it is not in the process of listing, whereas Saturn Limited is there na, it will prepare consolidated financial statements. So Uranus Private Limited, it can obtain exemption from preparing financial statement, consolidated financial statements. And there is Pluto Limited. This Pluto Limited is basically an investment entity. Okay, it is obtaining funds from the public, and it is operating for the purpose of generating income through capital gains, and interest income or the dividend income. So this is completely a investment entity. Even Pluto Limited is also subsidiary of our Saturn Limited. Okay, now the question that is asked is, see, from this, which of the following statement is most appropriate regarding the applicability of consolidated financial requirement and the exemption provided under the Companies Act and Ind AS 110? Now, if you see, under Ind AS 110, if the entity is a investment entity, you need not prepare consolidated financial statements. But in this situation, Pluto Limited is an investment entity, so it need not prepare consolidated financial statements. But Saturn Limited is not an investment entity, so it needs to prepare consolidated financial statements consolidating Uranus Limited and also Pluto Limited. See, Pluto Limited, since it is an investment entity, it need not consolidate, but the Saturn Limited is not an investment entity, right? So it needs to consolidate even Pluto Limited also. And if Pluto Limited is having any subsidiaries, even those also should be consolidated by the Saturn Limited. So the correct option, option C. Let's read option C. Saturn Limited must consolidate all entities it controls excepting Pluto Limited. No, Pluto Limited also should be consolidated. Option C is wrong. Saturn Limited must consolidate all entities its controls, including Uranus Private Limited and Pluto Limited and its subsidiaries. Option D is correct. Next, case scenario 2. Let us solve the MCQs for case scenario 2. Yeah. Which of the following statement is most appropriate in the context of roles of QRB and NFRA? See, Quality Review Board and NFRA. Basically, coming to functions of QRB, Quality Review Board. Now, Quality Review Board can review audits of unlisted entities. Okay, unlisted entities and public companies not falling under the purview of NFRA. Okay, basically NFRA is there, no? NFRA, it has to review listed entities, insurance entities, and unlisted public companies having turnover of 500 crore or more. Okay, certain threshold is given, right? Those entities has to be reviewed by NFRA, and entities not falling under the purview of NFRA will be reviewed by Quality Review Board. Okay, hope you understood this understood the concept. Now, coming to the question here, if you read the scenario, let's read it. Measures file and co the statutory auditors of Crypto Limited, non-listed public company. Crypto is a non-listed public company. So, and let us assume its thresholds are below the prescribed thresholds, so it is not falling under the purview of NFRA. So it will be reviewed by QRB. Carrying out manufacturing activity have been identified for quality review based upon risk-based approach. However, Crypto Limited is neither covered under Rule 3 of NFRA. Okay, it is not falling under the purview of NFRA rules 2018 nor referred to QRB by NFRA. The QRB is entrusted with conducting quality review of measures, file and cost audit services. During the review, QRB identified non-compliance with standards on auditing in areas related to engagement documentation and independence. Meanwhile, NFRA receives a whistleblower complaint regarding audit irregularities in Glitch Limited. now, which is a listed entity, and this glitch limited is also audited by file and co only. Now on file and co, already QRB is conducting review, and suddenly QRB is conducting review on file and co with respect to that what is a crypto limited, which is unlisted entity. Obviously it will fall within the purview of QRB limited, QRB, quality review board. And on the same audit firm, NFRO, NFRA, okay, NFRA also started investigation, and it has started investigation of Glitch Limited, which is a listed entity. So Glitch Limited is within the purview of NFRA since it is a listed entity, and Crypto Limited is in the purview of QRB since it is a unlisted public company and it is not falling in the purview of NFRA. Okay. So now coming to the options, what they are saying, you need to identify most appropriate option. NFRA cannot investigate Glitch Limited. No, it can investigate Glitch Limited because it is a listed entity, so it is wrong. QRB is empowered to review quality of audit services for both crypto and glitch. No, for glitch QRB is not interested because glitch is listed entity. This is also wrong. QRB can review quality of audit services of crypto limited, but cannot review quality of audit services of glitch limited. Yes, this is correct. QRB can review quality of audit of crypto because crypto is unlisted public company, not falling in the purview of NFRA. So this option is correct. Let us also read option D. NFRA and QRB have overlapping jurisdiction. No, it is wrong. So option C is correct option. Next, ninth MCQ. Which of the following options is correct regarding the classification and treatment of identified misstatements of DEF Limited under relevant standards on auditing? First of all, let us see what are the misstatements that have been identified by DEF Limited. Basically, they have identified three misstatements in the case scenario. Let us see those three misstatements and we'll classify. See, first one, a calculation error in depreciation schedule amounting to 1 lakh. This is a factual misstatement because calculation you can see it, right? The facts are present. Okay, you can uh, prove it how it is wrong, so it is a factual misstatement. Next, management's estimate regarding investigation inventory valuation seemed aggressive, leading to overstatement of 5 lakh. Now valuation of inventory is a judgment made by the management, so here there is a misstatement in their judgment, so you can call it as judgmental misstatement, right? And a sample audit revealed an error in sales invoice amounting to 60,000. Okay, in sample 60,000 misstatement, and the population of similar invoice total 1 crore. The auditor's best estimate of misstatement in population identified in the sample to entire population is 6 lakh. Here you have projected the misstatement in sample to the entire population, so you will call it as a projected misstatement, right? So first one is factual, judgmental, projected. Let us see the options. I'll straight away go to the correct answer. If you see option D, depreciation, factual misstatement, inventory, judgmental misstatement, and this is projected misstatement. So option D is correct. Okay. Next, which of the following actions is not required as part of auditor's documentation for the identified misstatements of DEF Limited? See, with respect to misstatements, which of the following is not required to be documented, they are asking. Let's see. Recording predetermined threshold of 75,000 as the amount below which misstatement would be clearly trivial. You need to document this threshold. Justification for not communicating identified misstatement, this also you need to document why you have not communicated this misstatement to those charged with governance. Listing all identified misstatements including the inventory misstatements even if corrected by management. See, if the misstatement is corrected by management, you need not again document it. So option C is correct option. This need not be documented. Next, 11th MCQ. Based on the listed additional procedures, which of the following are the inappropriate action for auditor to take decision on a going concern? See, with respect to going concern, certain procedures are given in the case scenario. Of that, we need to identify incorrect procedures. Let us see. Mrs. File and Co is planning to perform following additional procedures. First procedure, As long as management provides a representation letter stating their plans to address financing difficulties, the auditor is not bound by the terms of breach loan agreement. See, this is not a procedure at all. Okay, this doesn't comes under the meaning of procedure. So this is the wrong procedure. Next, confirm the existence, legality, and enforceability of arrangements to provide or maintain financial support both from related or third parties. Okay, and the assessment of financial ability of such parties to provide the promised support as immaterial. See, they should not have used the term immaterial, so this is also wrong. Okay, if that term is not used, then it would have become the correct procedure. Next, evaluate the assumptions underlying cash flow, profit, and other relevant forecasts, considering historical accuracy and current market condition. This is the correct procedure only. Next, considering whether existing facts and information have become. See, here it should be new facts and information, not the existing facts. Okay, auditor needs to consider whether new facts and information have become available since the date management's initial assessment that could impact the going concern conclusion. So they should have used the term new facts and information. So this is also wrong procedure. Next, review minutes of meetings of shareholders, those charged with governance and relevant committees for references to financial difficulties, plans for mitigating actions, or discussion of securing additional funding. Yeah, this is the correct procedure that you can perform. If management has not yet performed an assessment, the entity is treated as not going concern and issue modified audit opinion without further evidence. See, this is first of all wrong, and this doesn't come under procedure. Okay, so if you see the wrong procedures are 1 2 4 6, 1 2 4 6. Let us see where it is there in the given options. Yeah, 1 2 4 6, option A is the correct option. Next, case scenario number 3. Yeah, what is the drawing power available to Kiran Limited as of 31st March 2025? We need to calculate drawing power. They have given the information over here. Let us calculate. First of all, total stock is 900 lakhs. Of that, damaged stock is 60 lakh. So you should reduce. See, DP calculation, stock. Now from 900 lakh, you need to reduce 60 lakh. Next, they are saying creditors for stock is 140 lakh. You should also reduce this 140 lakhs, right? You'll reduce this 140 lakh, and the margin that they have given for stock is 25% minus 25%. So how much it would come? 900 minus 60 minus 140 minus 25%. It would be 525. Next, they are given total receivable debtors as 800 lakhs. Okay, debtors is 800 lakhs. Now from these debtors for period more than 90 days has to be reduced. If you see overdue for more than 90 days, 100 lakhs, this has to be reduced. Minus 100, and the margin for debtors is 40%. So here 800 minus 100 minus 40% would be 420. So 525 plus 420 is equal to 945. So this is the DP, drawing power. Let us see the options. 945. Yeah, option C. Next, CAJP, the engagement partner, is satisfied with the procedures suggested by audit manager, but he is not convinced with the sequence of steps. See, these procedures in the case scenario, the manager has suggested procedures with respect to performance audit. Okay, now the procedures that he listed are correct only, but sequence of procedure of steps while planning performance audit of wind power limited, he seeks your advice in suggestions in suggesting the correct sequence. After rearranging them, you are required to select the correct option from the following. See, they have given the list of procedures. See, these are the list of procedures, but the sequence in which you will perform these procedures is not correct. So you need to give the correct sequence of procedure for performance audit. Let us see. Understanding the entity and program. Yes, this you will perform first. Next, defining objective and scope. Yes, you will perform this next. After this, deciding audit approach. No, you will not decide audit approach, you will decide audit criteria. You see where the audit criteria is, here it is. So third, see this order you can find in our book. Okay, in whatever the order, the points have been given in the same order, you need to arrange this. So you will determine the criteria. After determining the criteria, you will go for audit approach. Next, you will develop audit questions, and after developing audit questions, establishing timetable and resources they have given, but this step you will perform uh, before the last step, so this is not correct. Audit design matrix is before last two steps. Assessing audit team skills and whether outside expert is required, this is a sixth step you will perform. After this, you will prepare audit design matrix. After that, you will establish a timetable. After that, you will intimate the program to the entities. So this is the procedure. So 1, 2, 5, 3, 4, 8, 7, 6, 9. So 1, 2, 5, 3, 4, 8, 7, 6, 9. 1, 2, 5, 3, 4. 1, 2, 5, 3, 4. 1, 2, 5, 3, 4, 8, 7, 6, 9. Yeah, option D is the correct option. Next, as regards the methods suggested for conducting performance audit of wind power limited, by which team member do you think that it may not be possible for auditor to work with complete data due to its high volume, and in such cases sampling technique are required to be used? Basically there are various methods for performing the performance audit. In that methods, if you use quantitative analysis, in that quantitative analysis there might be a requirement for you to use sampling, right? So uh, different people have suggested different methods in the case scenario. So from them we need to find out who have suggested quantitative analysis. That would be our answer, because for quantitative analysis we need sampling. Let us see. Mr. P suggested a method which involves descriptive analysis. This is case study. Mr. Q suggested a method which involves examination of available data relevant to financials like earnings, revenue, or data relating to program implementation. Yeah, this is quantitative analysis method, right? So, option Mr. Q has suggested this. So, we need to see where Mr. Q is given in the option. Mr. Q, yeah, option A. 14th question, option A. Next, 15th. The following audit procedures are undertaken by audit team in relation to audit of advances of indoor main branch. See, in the with respect to bank audit, they have performed following procedures with respect to auditing of advances. They have given list of 5 procedures. From this, what we need to identify? Okay. From the above, identify audit procedures that Mr. Y should focus on. On what audit procedures Mr. Y should focus on in the case scenario? Mr. Y has been assigned with a particular task. Let us see what is the task assigned to Mr. Y. See, if you see, Mr. Y was assigned to focus on substantive audit procedure. Substantive audit procedure means detailed verification, like test of details and substantive analytical procedure, right? So that means from the given 5 procedures we need to identify which are substantive audit procedures. Let us see. Examine existence, enforceability and valuation of securities in respect of securities requiring registration. This comes under substantive procedure because you are verifying the details. Okay, substantive. Next, verify correctness of master data, loan accounts updated in CBS, check parameters like installments, EMI, rate of interest. This is also substantive procedure only. Next, examine whether system laid down in the bank for review renewals of advances is being followed. This becomes control testing. Okay, this is not a substantive procedure. Next, examine accounts identified to be problem accounts but which have not yet slipped into NPA category. This can be done by obtaining list of SMA1, SMA2 borrowers from the bank, and the same can be considered for selection of problematic accounts. This is also substantive only because you are verifying in detail. Okay, all the all the advances that have slipped into SMA1 and SMA2 you are verifying. So this is also substantive procedure. Review auditor's report in case of borrowers having credit facilities from the banking system beyond cutoff limit fixed by board of directors of bank. This becomes a risk assessment procedure. Okay, because those borrowers whose credit limit is beyond the cutoff limit fixed by the bank, you are verifying. So that is risk assessment procedure. So in this situation, if you see 1, 2, and 4, these 4 are substantive procedure. Let us see the options. In the option A, choose 2, 4, 5 wrong, 1, 2, 3 wrong, 2, 4. Yes, 2, 4 are the correct. However, they have not given the first option in the options, but even the first option is also substantive procedure only. Okay, so if in case you find any option saying 1, 2, 4, then that would be the correct option. So from the given options, the best option would be option C. 2 and 4 are the substantive procedures. Even 1 is also a substantive procedure, but since 1 is not given along with 2 and 4 in the given options, we have selected option C. Okay, so these are the answers for the MCQs of a CA final audit of May 2025 examinations. Okay, you can verify this with the answers that you have written. Okay, and this will also act as a guide for the students who are preparing for September 2025 examinations. Okay, so I'll be winding up this video as of now. We'll meet in the next video. Until then, take care. Bye bye. See you.